Welcome, everyone, to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football, mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Welcome to Salt Lake City, where the mighty Utah student section is ready to turn this place into a cauldron of noise. Rice-Eccles Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Ducks will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Line gets set, first down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these.
It's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. And the Utes want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw for it. Unloads it left. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
He'll throw on third down. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got an open man. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Obliterates him, still on the move. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Utes are threatening on 1st and goal. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Utah.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Snap in the shotgun. Floating away. He wants it all. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Here we go. Quarterback checking off. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Oh, so close to paying off the tip. Really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He makes a grab. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Splits the uprights, it's good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to throw. It's Meadows. Steps away. On the run, fires downfield. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Looking for the score. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Utes.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Oh, and he hit it off the left upright. No good.
Utah, 9, Oregon.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Toss to the outside. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got room at the 35. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, and how about the 3rd down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the 3rd down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To throw, it's Meadows. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that. But you've got to key on him and at least have two people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is four-down territory. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Austin. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
He's looking to throw it. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to throw it again. Caught close to the marker. It's Austin. Touchdown Ducks! What a grab and go for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Louisiana Tech is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's a type of game that could just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 14 to Kennesaw State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Running to the left. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, wants to throw. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. He's going to pass. Buying some time. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Wants to fire on second down. Buys a little time with his feet. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. They'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pop.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Not much there. Picks up a couple through the 22. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wants to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Back to pass, it's Meadows. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab, running toward the tape. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon!
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll give it to him again. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's looking for a man on second down. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And the Utes with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The Utes moving quickly to the line. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. He's looking to throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Meadows. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got his man, makes the grab.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind, you love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I tell you what, a lot of times you roll your quarterback to the right or to the left, and in this case, the right. And you're trying to get him outside the pocket to buy him a little bit of time, get him off that spot, take some deep shots, and he missed, but it was a nice shot down the field.
On third down, he drops to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Meadows. He wants to go deep. And the ball is picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Utes will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Unleashes one, hauls it in, and it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Second down coming up. Looking downfield, it's Meadows. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Now facing a third and long. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Running behind that left side. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down.
Get set.
Try to get it to the edge. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. And a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a 3rd down.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got it! Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Morales. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Makes his connection. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. QB last week, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
They're going to throw it again. Rifles it down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he hauls it in at the 30. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! And they'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and no good. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. Still down big here in the 3rd quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
You know, momentum in college football is a real thing, and after scoring on their last drive and still trailing in game, the head coach decides to take a chance, roll the dice, go onside kick, and they get it. If they can score here, all of a sudden, all the momentum is back on their side.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Utes want to move quickly. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. The throw. Got him downfield. Finds a crease at the 20. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage, and you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on down.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Defense not showing press coverage.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oregon 35, Utah 15.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Meadows. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. It's complete. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown Ducks! And the pummeling has started. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Got it.
First down here for the offense.
Cricket.
Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Utes will hustle to the line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll snap it from the 18 on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Gets rid of it. And he intercepts it.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
The give to the lone running back. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The toss sweep to the right. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
On 4th down, going to the air. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're pulling this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W?
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Big play and a first down.
Timber.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On second down, looking again to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
They keep attacking through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wyoming looks like an old punching bag out there today, and I did not expect to say that. This fan base, heck, this coaching staff were not expecting these results. They're trailing by 22 to Boise State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the group.
Dropping back, it's Meadows. Gets it out quickly. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
Now on first down from the 30. He's going to pass. The quick out.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. This is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him. He's throwing the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
He wants to throw here on second down. And the ball squirted out. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. It's complete. Touchdown, Oregon. And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Catch in the middle, it's Sampson. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll throw it on first down. Now improvising. He's going to run it. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This guy just gives you that. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. And the Utes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
691, gas bar. Pilot.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in.
And the dive and the grab along the right sideline. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looking to pass. It's Meadows. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there.
All kinds of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Quarterback checking off. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Bringing it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.